your strap into to sew it along that corset line, the part that you join, that side seam part. So you are going to attach it, then flip it and close up the other part. That is what you are going to do there. So just like the normal way you create your boning channel, that is how you should create this place. I have total of 6. So from that cup side, I went in by 2 inches. The down part, I went in by 1.5 inches. That is another place to create your boning channel. So just the normal way, in case you don't understand it, if just a normal way of creating a boning channel. So this is what I have. I'm done. Is a total of 6 pieces. I created a total of 6 pieces. There's a 6 boning channel. So the next thing now is to attach your cup to the down parts, to the corset parts also. So this is how you are going to attach it. From that point now, I'll go down by 2 inches. That is where I want my cup to start, from 2 inches line. I'll also go down by 2 inches on the other part. So I'll get my cup now. How you are going to place it is that you are going to place now from that point, that your neck point, that is my neck point. From that place that your neck stopped, that is where you are going to place under your 2 inches line. The next thing is to get the armhole part. Place it on your armhole part. Make sure that it aligns very well. So you start pinning. You start from the armhole part and start pinning down. You start from the armhole part, pin down to it gets to that your neck point, that part that you went down by 2 inches. I will advise you that if you are joining this, join from the armhole. Make sure that the armhole aligns very well. So once you attach it, the side seam part is the part of the armhole. So if you are following this video, you will know where your armhole is. So the other one, I will also attach that place that the neck point, the notch place, the place that I notch. I will also attach it to that 2 inches line. Then I will take the armhole part and make sure that the armhole part aligns. Then I'll start spinning from the armhole to the point that my neck depth stopped. That is the point that I have 2 inches, that the point that I went down by 2 inches. I don't know if you are getting that. So that is the way you should pin it. And if you are join from your armhole to the point that your neck stopped, that your neck depth stopped. So once you pin it down, this is what you are going to have. So once you are stitching, stitch from the armhole part, so that if there's any excess, you can just trim it off from that armhole part. So I will go and hold it before I show you how you are going to attach your lining. So I'll go and run a straight stitch all the way round. So here I was done stitching it to the down part, and this is how it looks. It's coming out very well. So this is it. The next thing is to attach your lining. Remember that we did not add that fake boning this thing to the lining. So what you will do now is to get down the upper part, the part that you went down that you went down from. That you went down 2 inches from so just trim this part and start attaching it from there. So you're just going to pin it up to the point that you started from, that point that you notched, the point that your neck depth started from, where your cup started from. So you're going to be pinning this. So this, the right part of the lining is facing down, while the wrong part is up. So after everything, you're going to trim it. So I'm going to be, please watch the way I'm attaching it. So I'll attach to the armhole. The first thing is to pin to that place that your neck that your cup started from. Then take it to your armhole. Make sure that your armhole aligns. Once it aligns, then it will be easy for you to hold. So I was done doing the other part, so I'll also do the same thing here. That is the part that the cup started from. You are going to pin it to that point. So you are going to pin it. We are pinning this to the side, like the wrong part of the cup. So the place that I'm holding now is the place I attached my cup. So I'll take it. Once you pin it, the next thing is to pin to your armhole part. so that it will be very easy for you to hold and there will be no excess. So this is it, that is the armhole part. So any excess, I'll just try as much as possible to also pin it. So this is how it's going to look. Once you're done pinning it, the lining will cover the wrong, that is the rough part. So that is how you are going to pin it, and here is the right part of the top. So here I was done attaching the lining. Just top stitch it, just notch it round, then flip it to the right side and give it a good press. So this is how it's looking. It's coming out already. Like so, the next thing now is to create this under wire space or case. So you are going to, at your under bust now, remember that there's excess and all those things. So you are just going to, it's not up to ½ inch, you are just going to stitch around like you are top stitching it, but you are not going to do it tiny and it will not be too bold. So you top stitch from the armhole up to that point that your cup started from. I wanted to add the underbust wire, so I removed the underbust wire that the wire on my bra, but it was not big enough to get to that point. So I had to like use a bunny to hold it instead of using the cup something, the wire something. So but if you have a cup bra, that will be enough. This wire stuff that will be enough. It is best you use it also, but I later use bunny instead of this. So like I said, the underbust wire was not really good, and I had to switch to boning. Why I'm adding boning? I'm adding boning to only the center part, because you need that part to be very firm. You don't need to, if you don't add anything like boning on that underbust wire, it will be falling. It will not stand firm like the one on the tutorial, like the one on the thumbnail. So because I don't have the bust wire, I'm going to be adding boning, just one boning to the center. I don't need to add boning to this dress. Like you don't need to add boning to other parts of this dress. We are not making corset dress. We are not making the main corset dress. This is just a ready to wear, so you don't need that. So I've added my boning, and I started it wrongly, but I wanted to pull it out, but it was not coming out, so I just left it like that. I'll use my iron and cut it. So you just cut ½ inch, you just cut ½ inch way down. So this is the way your boning will look. So you just when you are cutting it, so I tried, let me inserting this boning to, let me use the boning to do the wire stuff, the underbust wire, but no, I don't want that straight. So I just used the boning to create that part, only the center part, which came out really good. So I've gone ahead also to iron it, and I've gone ahead to iron it. So the next thing now is to join your shoulder, that is your front to your back. So I'm going to attach my shoulder just the normal way you attach your shoulder. I'll do the same thing, then I'll attach it to the down part. I'll attach it separately, like the front will go to the front first, the back will go to the back first. So I'll attach it and show you guys the next thing to do. So I'm done attaching it. So this is how it's looking beautiful already. And remember that the side that is going to have a slit, I've gone ahead to just fold it once, then I left the side open, that is the upper side open, that is the left side, the side that has slit. You know that we are going to be attaching a drawstring to that part, so I left it open so that it will go through, your drawstring will go through. So what you need to do now is, after you've done this thing, attaching everything, and you've closed the side, you are going to run a stitch to the side, that side that is open. You run a stitch because it has a lining, so that lining will create a space for you to add your strap. So you're just going to, at the side, you're just going to run a straight down, a stitch down, just 2 stitches. That is the place we are going to be attaching our strap. So the next thing that we are going to do now is to cut the sleeve. I'm just going to use a normal sleeve, but I'll attach a flare to the down part of the sleeve. I'm not going to use exactly the sleeve on the thumbnail because this fabric is not stretchy. There's a way I'll do it. It will come out. It will not come out very well. So I'm going to use, and I already have that one with just a normal straight stitch sleeve. So I'm going to be attaching a flare to the down part of the sleeve. So once you place your fabric, you get your starting line, then get the length of your sleeve. I use 20 inches for my straight sleeve, for the main sleeve. Then I used 6 inches for the circle part. So once you have it, you go down by 4 inches, just the normal way you cut your sleeve. Then I went down by 4 inches, got my armhole. So that is my armhole. I'll connect it. Sorry that this is not really visible. The next thing is to take your round sleeve. Once you take your round sleeve, I added ½ inch instead of 1 inch to my round sleeve. Then I'll get the length of my elbow, which is 13. Then I'll take my round elbow, which is 6. I added ½ inch allowance. Then the next thing is to take your your wrist, that is your round wrist. So I took it. Mine is 4 inches. Mine is 8 inches plus ½ inches. Then that was 8.5 inches. I added half inches for the joining allowance. So once you have it, you are going to cut it out. Use it to cut the second sleeve. Sorry that I didn't know that this chalk did not really show very well, but this is just your normal basic sleeve. I didn't add any other method. So that was already running late because I wanted to go out, so I was just rushing everything. So the next thing is to cut the flare part. You just have to, you fold it in a bias form but in a double way. So I'll fold it like this, then fold it like this again. So I went down by 2 inches from that line. I went down by 2 inches for the round for this wrist part. I went down by 2 inches. That is the part that will go to the wrist. Then I got the length of my sleeve. The flare I used 6 inches plus the folding and everything is 6 inches. So I'll cut that part, then cut the wrist part. So this is it. You have to, I'll cut the second one. So here is the 2 flare. You are going to open it, just hem the down part and get your main sleeve. This is how you are going to attach it. If there's any excess while attaching it, just give it a little pleat, but mine was perfect. If you use my method, it will come out perfect. So this is what I have. I've done attaching my zip. I don't even have white zip at home, even white tray. So I'm just doing this for the sake of the tutorial. So the next thing is to cut out a strap like 1 inch, that is 1.5 inches wide, then maybe 30 inches long. You cut 2 of it, then you start attaching it from the upper part. Remember that you created a casing for these 2 casing that you're going to attach your strap. So once you have it, you start inserting your strap from the upper part. That's why you left that part open, so that you'll be able to attach your strap. So I was pulling it up from the upper part, then pulling it out from the down part. So once you have it inserted, you just join the upper part, and that is it, guys.